What if I told you there's a simple vitamin that's a master builder for your DNA, a guardian for your baby's brain, and a secret weapon for your heart? You might have heard of it, but you probably don't know just how powerful it is. Stick around because in the next 10 minutes, we're going to uncover the amazing story of folic acid. It's not as flashy as vitamin C or as trendy as vitamin D, but trust me, this little B vitamin, also known as vitamin B9, is doing some seriously heavy lifting behind the scenes of your health. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of a nutrient that you might have heard of, but whose incredible importance often flies under the radar. We're talking about folic acid. It's not as flashy as vitamin C or as trendy as vitamin D, but trust me, this little B vitamin, also known as vitamin B9, is doing some seriously heavy lifting behind the scenes of your health. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand why folic acid deserves a prime spot in your wellness routine. So, what exactly is folic acid? Essentially, it's the synthetic form of a naturally occurring B vitamin called folate, and its primary superpower. Think of it as the master builder for your body. Every single day, your body is constantly making new cells for your skin, your hair, your blood, your brain, every single organ. Folic acid is absolutely crucial for this process. It helps produce and repair your DNA, which is the instruction manual for every single cell. Without enough folic acid, this fundamental process falters and things start to go wrong. It also works hand in hand with vitamin B12 to create healthy red blood cells, which are essential for carrying oxygen throughout your body. So, feeling sluggish? Pale? Folic acid might be part of the picture. Now, if you've heard of folic acid before, it's most likely in the context of pregnancy. And for very good reason. This is where folic acid truly shines as a superhero. For women who are pregnant or planning to become pregnant, adequate folic acid intake is non-negotiable. It's absolutely critical for the proper development of the baby's neural tube, which is what forms the brain and spinal cord. This development happens incredibly early in pregnancy, often before a woman even knows she's pregnant. Insufficient folic acid during this crucial window can lead to serious birth defects called neural tube defects, or NTDs, such as spina bifida and anencephaly. These conditions can have lifelong, devastating impacts. That's why health organizations worldwide recommend that all women of childbearing age, particularly those who are sexually active, take a daily folic acid supplement. Ideally, you should start at least 1 month before conception and continue through the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. It's a small step that makes a monumental difference. But don't let its superstar role in pregnancy overshadow its importance for everyone. Folic acid offers a range of other fantastic benefits. Nervous system health. It plays a role in supporting a healthy nervous system, which means better communication between your brain and body. Heart health. Some research suggests that adequate folic acid intake can help reduce levels of a compound called homocysteine in the blood. High homocysteine levels have been linked to an increased risk of heart disease and stroke, so keeping them in check is a big win for your ticker. Mood and cognitive function. There's growing evidence linking folate deficiency to issues like depression and impaired cognitive function. While more research is always underway, it underscores how deeply this vitamin impacts overall well-being. So whether you're expecting or just living your best life, folic acid is working hard to keep you healthy. Alright, so now you know why you need it, but where do you get it? This is where it gets interesting, because you have 3 main avenues: natural foods, fortified foods, and supplements. Let's break down each one. First, the natural way. The word folate actually comes from the Latin word folium, meaning leaf. And that's a perfect hint, because some of the best natural sources are leafy green vegetables. Think of things like spinach, kale, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. Beyond the greens, you can find a good amount of folate in legumes like lentils, black beans, and chickpeas. And don't forget certain fruits like avocados and oranges, and even seeds and nuts. The variety of natural folate sources is vast, inspiring you to create diverse and nutritious meals. A salad with spinach, avocado, and a sprinkle of nuts is a fantastic folate booster. It's crucial to understand that natural folate is quite delicate. Cooking methods, particularly boiling, can significantly reduce its content. To maximize the benefits of these foods, consider consuming them raw in salads, or use quick cooking methods like steaming or stir-frying. That's why the second source is so essential: fortified foods. Due to the public health need to combat neural tube defects, many countries have implemented food fortification programs to address this issue. This means adding synthetic folic acid to staple foods. You'll find it in everyday pantry items like breakfast cereals, breads, pastas, and rice. The synthetic version, folic acid, is actually more stable and better absorbed by your body than natural folate. This information empowers you to make informed choices about your diet, so it's a very reliable way to get your daily dose. Next time you're at the grocery store, just check the nutrition label for folic acid. But here's the thing, natural folate can be fragile and easily destroyed during cooking. That's why many countries have programs to fortify staple foods like cereals, breads, and pastas with synthetic folic acid. While a balanced diet is always the goal, for many, especially women of childbearing age, a supplement is often the most reliable way to ensure adequate intake. While folic acid deficiency isn't as common as it once was, thanks to food fortification, it can still happen. And when it does, it's a sign that something is fundamentally wrong with your body's ability to build and repair itself. The most common consequence of a folate deficiency is a type of anemia called megaloblastic anemia. Instead of producing healthy, round red blood cells, your body creates large, immature, and inefficient ones. This is the root cause of many of the symptoms. Because these cells can't carry oxygen effectively, the classic symptoms are all tied to a lack of energy. You might feel profound fatigue and weakness even after a whole night's sleep. This is your body's way of telling you that your cells are not getting the oxygen they need to function correctly. Other signs can be more visible. You might notice pale skin, a sore, swollen tongue, and mouth ulcers. This is a classic symptom of B vitamin deficiencies. You might also experience shortness of breath or heart palpitations as your heart works harder to try to circulate the limited oxygen in your blood. But the impact isn't just physical. Because folic acid is so important for nervous system function, a deficiency can sometimes manifest as neurological or psychological symptoms. This can include irritability, forgetfulness, or even mood changes and depression. This shows how deeply a simple vitamin can impact your entire well-being. So, who is most at risk? People with poor diets who don't eat enough fruits, vegetables, or fortified foods. Individuals with certain medical conditions like Crohn's disease, celiac disease, or kidney disease, which can impair absorption. Those with a history of alcoholism, as alcohol can interfere with folate metabolism. And people taking certain medications, such as some drugs for epilepsy, rheumatoid arthritis, or cancer, can block folate absorption. So when should you be concerned? If you're experiencing several of these symptoms and they don't seem to be improving, it's a good idea to bring it up with your doctor. A simple blood test can easily check your folate levels and confirm a deficiency. Don't self-diagnose, but do be an advocate for your own health. Understanding these signs is the first step. Your doctor can then recommend the right course of action, whether it's a simple dietary change or a prescription for a higher dose supplement. It's a small step that can make a huge difference in how you feel every day. While a balanced diet is always the goal, for many, especially women of childbearing age, a supplement is often the most reliable way to ensure adequate intake. A typical adult recommendation is 400 micrograms per day. For pregnant women or those trying to conceive, doctors often recommend 400 to 800 micrograms per day. For infants and children, the recommendation is from 65 to 300 micrograms per day. It's crucial to remember that high-dose supplements should never be given to a child without a medical diagnosis and a doctor's recommendation. Too much folic acid can mask a vitamin B12 deficiency, which can lead to severe, irreversible neurological damage if left untreated. Stay vigilant and cautious when it comes to your child's health. Empower your child's health by ensuring a balanced diet rich in folate-containing foods and fortified grains. This is the most effective way to prevent a deficiency and promote their overall well-being. Signs of a folic acid deficiency in children may include irritability can lead to feelings of being grouchy, affecting one's mood and interactions. This is often accompanied by fatigue and a lack of energy, making it hard to engage in daily activities. Decreased appetite may follow, intensifying discomfort. Symptoms like pale skin and a smooth, tender tongue can also appear, contributing to overall malaise. In children and adolescents, these issues may hinder growth and overall well-being. If you have any concerns about your child's health, remember that you're not alone. A healthcare professional is always there to support you. If you suspect a vitamin deficiency, they can perform a blood test to confirm a diagnosis and prescribe the correct treatment. So there you have it, a deep dive into the incredible world of folic acid. From building the very foundation of life in early development to keeping your heart and brain healthy throughout adulthood, this powerful B vitamin is truly an unsung hero. Remember, a small nutrient can have a truly massive impact on your overall health and well-being. Prioritize it through diet and, if needed, through supplementation. The content on this channel is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with your doctor before starting any supplement or making changes to your health routine. We are not responsible for any actions taken based on this content. Thank you for watching our videos, and take care of yourself.